Today we're going to talk about soapers. Soapers are very creative people. They like to have pretty colors, they like bright stuff, they like swirls, they like glitter, they like all of these different things added into soaps. That is definitely not me. I am not a creative person. So this category to me is how to make soap, but I'm not going to go into any of the creative side that's involved in this process. And if you're not a creative person, you need to basically give up now and stop making soaps. Go to candles. They're simpler. You add a little bit of dye and you'll be a lot better in candles. Stay away from the soaps if you're not a creative. If you're a creative, you're in the right place. This is your market. This is your brand. And this is where you need to be. All I want to talk to you about is the fragrance side of soaping. So, soaps. The biggest thing with soaps is you have to have the right carrier oil and the right solvents. There's a lot of different types of soaps. CP, cold press, MP, melt and pour. Now, very big distinction between the two when you're talking about picking your fragrances. Melt and pour, common, a lot of fragrances will go into it, you won't have any problems. CP, there can be multiple issues. And not really from the fragrance side as much as the person making the soaps. There's a lot of different steps. It makes a difference if they're processing it faster or slower. You can get seizing and ricing, and it can leach out. It can fade over time. So there's multiple things that can happen in soaps, especially on the CP side. So if you're starting out, you're just trying to learn how to do it, definitely stay in the melt and pour side. CP, you're going to have to do a little bit more technical background, but if you're a creative, you'll probably have no problem. Okay, so one of the bigger things that we want to go over is vanillin content. A lot of people say it's vanilla. It's actually a product called vanillin, and I'm going to put it right here in between both of them because it's a problem for both of them. Vanillin in the soap will cause it to go brown. So on all of our SDSs and on our product descriptions on the website, we're going to tell you vanillin content. Now, why would we put a soap fragrance that has a large load of vanillin? Well, a vanilla fragrance is going to have a lot of vanillin in it. It's going to make your soaps turn brown. Now, are we just not going to offer that fragrance because it's going to make the soap turn brown? No, people are still going to want a vanilla soap candle. They're just going to have to actually make it work. So we like to put it out there, though, that you're going to have to watch the vanillin contents in the actual fragrance. Now, what is the other thing that you guys have to worry about the most is the percentage of usage. So CP and MP on usage level, it's going to basically be the same. So low end 2%, high end 5%. Now, what can change that percentage? IFRA. What is IFRA? IFRA is the International Fragrance Regulatory Association. They come up with a threshold that you guys can actually use the fragrance at in a soap bar. Why do they do that? Because the soap itself is coming in contact with the skin. So if you go over that threshold, let's say your IFRA limit is 1%, it could make someone's skin turn red and give them irritants and they have issues. So the IFRA limit will dictate over the percentage that I just said. So a normal soap bar, 2 to 5%. If IFRA says 1%, you need to make sure you're using 1%. This is more of a guideline because if the IFRA says 50%, and it can, if it's all natural derived product, it could be 50%, it could go all the way up to 100%. But you're not going to put 50% in your soap bar. So 2 to 5% normal, IFRA limit's going to override that. One of the other things that we like to go over is we do test a lot of these products, but your bases can be different. You could be using goat's milk or glycerin or so many other different bases. You could have problems. We always say definitely sample the fragrances in 1 ounce, make up your product, make sure it's good, then order the 25 pounds, 100 pounds, or whatever you're actually doing. Soaping is its own beast, and we're here to help you out with whatever issues or problems come up. But again, definitely make sure the IFRA limits are stayed within a parameter. Vanillin is going to cause a problem with it turning brown. CP, MP, two main versions, and with that you're going to have to decide which ones that you want to do. If you have any other questions, let us know. Aromatic Fragrances International.